Two lifters meet at a hotel gym. One looks like he lives in the squat rack. The other looks like he skipped heavy training his whole life. The big guy grinds under the bar. The smaller guy tosses it up like it's empty. Everyone in that room notices. Muscle size is not strength. Strength is its own separate skill. If you train hard and still feel weak, that is not a discipline problem. That is a wiring problem. Your body learned to look powerful instead of being powerful. This video rewires that. You train hard, you feel wrecked, but strength never comes. Here's why. It has everything to do with how your nervous system fires muscle fibers. Once you understand that shift, everything changes. Today you get the exact method serious lifters use to build raw strength fast. No filler sets, no random programs, just the wiring most people never train. Step 1. Train the nervous system, not the mirror. Your muscle can grow stronger in two completely different ways. The first is sarcoplasmic growth. That's the pump for bigger muscles. Higher reps, moderate weight, lots of fluid flooding the tissue. Lift 50 to 75% of your max for 8 to 20 reps. Keep the tension on for 32 to 80 seconds and rest only 1 to 2 minutes. It looks impressive in the mirror. It barely moves the needle on raw strength. Plenty of guys chase this for years and wonder why their numbers never climb. The second is myofibrillar growth, an actual increase in the density of your muscle fibers. Lift heavy, around 80 to 95% of your 1 rep max. Perform 2 to 5 reps, keep each set to 8 to 20 seconds, and rest 3 to 5 minutes to maximize force every set. This is where real force comes from. To trigger it, you load the bar heavy enough that you can only manage 5 reps. When your body meets that kind of resistance, something different happens. It does not just pump fluid into the tissue, it rewires your nervous system. Your motor neurons learn to fire every available fiber at once, not one after another, all together. Think of it like a flashlight becoming a laser. Same amount of power, completely different effect. More fibers firing in a single contraction means dramatically more force. No new shirt size either. Researchers Jenkins and colleagues tested this directly in 2017. Lifters training at 80% of their max built far greater neural drive than a low-load group. Same muscle tissue, sharper wiring, more output. Step 2. Stop leaking force through your hands. This part matters. Before you even lift the bar, you might already be leaking strength. Physiologist Charles Sherrington described this back in 1906. He called it the law of irradiation. Maximal effort never stays in one place. The harder one muscle contracts, the more nearby muscles get pulled in. Here's what that means in practice. Grip the bar loosely and your nervous system reads low threat. It holds back. Crush the bar like you're trying to dent the steel. Something shifts. Tension spreads up through the forearms. Shoulders lock. The core hardens. This single cue can add up to a third more force. That's a nervous system trick hiding in plain sight. White knuckle the bar. Squeeze your glutes. Brace like someone is about to push you. Root your feet into the floor. Now you're lifting as one connected system, not separate muscles fighting each other. You can test this yourself. Grip a bar loosely and try a heavy pull, then crush it and try again. The difference shows up immediately. No new exercise, just tension. Most people get this wrong. Myth 1. Bigger muscles automatically mean more strength. Yes and no. Muscle size comes from volume and calories. Strength comes from your nervous system. The same tissue can produce wildly different force depending on how it's wired. Here's myth 2. Strength training should leave you completely destroyed. Wrong. As fatigue builds, your motor units fire less efficiently. Force output drops. Modeling work from Diderikson and Delvecchio in 2020 shows force production depends heavily on how cleanly your nervous system can drive those motor units. Fatigue degrades that signal. Showing up exhausted doesn't build strength. It trains fatigue instead. If you finish every strength session gasping and soaked, you didn't train strength. You trained tiredness. Two completely different outcomes from the same hour in the gym. Step 3. The recovery window almost everyone skips. Most lifters rest 45 seconds after a heavy set, maybe a minute. It feels productive. It feels efficient. It's actually sabotaging the set. Then wonder why set 2 feels so much weaker. Here's the biology behind it. Heavy lifting runs on ATP and phosphocreatine. That fuel system needs 3 to 5 minutes to refill after a near maximal effort. At 60 seconds, you've recovered roughly half your capacity. At 3 minutes, you're close to full. That gap is the difference between a personal record and a forgettable set. Willardson's well-known 2008 review on rest intervals backs this up directly. Longer rest periods preserved strength performance far better than short ones. So after every heavy set, rest 3 to 5 full minutes. That's not laziness. That's the protocol. Set a timer if you have to. Scroll your phone if you must. Just don't pick the bar back up early. Step 4. Breaking the wall. Follow these 3 steps and you'll get strong fast. Then somewhere around week 10 or 12, it stops. Numbers freeze. This isn't failure. It's a predictable ceiling your nervous system hits. Every lifter hits it eventually. The ones who keep progressing just know how to push through it. Here's how to push past it. Pause reps. Momentum is hiding your actual strength. Bounce the bar off your chest on a bench press and you're using elastic energy, not muscle. Pause completely still for 2 full seconds at the point where you normally struggle. Kill the bounce. Kill the rebound. Your ego takes a 20 to 30% hit on the weight immediately. Your raw power grows fast within weeks. Cluster sets. Say your max for a lift is 4 reps. You want 5. Instead of grinding to failure, do 2 reps. Rack it. Rest 20 seconds. 2 more reps. Rack again. These tiny recovery windows let your fuel system partially refill mid-set. You end up doing more total work at near max load than your body thought was possible. This isn't cheating. This is smart load management. Powerlifters have used this trick for decades to push past sticking points without grinding their joints down. Eccentric training. Your muscles can handle around 20 to 25% more weight lowering a load than lifting it. That gap is a training opportunity most people never use. Set the bar above your sticking point in a rack. Lower it slowly over 4 to 6 seconds. Walker and colleagues tested this on trained lifters in 2016. Accentuated eccentric loading produced roughly 18% gains in isometric strength. Traditional training managed about 11%. The lowering phase teaches your nervous system something lifting alone cannot. Isometrics. Find your weakest point in a lift. Pause there completely. Hold for 4 to 6 seconds under full tension. A 2019 review by Orenchuk and colleagues found that isometric training can increase strength by roughly 10 to 15% in just 6 to 12 weeks, but mostly at the joint angle you train. No movement, no momentum, pure static force at your failure point. Hold it long enough, and that exact sticking point stops being a sticking point. The thermodynamic shield. Here's where it falls apart for most people. You train heavy, you get strong, then you go home and eat a surplus. Now you're building size to support that new strength. That was never the goal. Strength is neurological. Size is thermodynamic. 2 completely separate levers. To gain strength without gaining much size, eat around your maintenance calories. No surplus, no deficit. Just enough to recover. Keep protein high. Research from Morton and colleagues in 2018 found maximal muscle repair typically happens around 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily. This approach won't work if you're already severely underweight. Strength still needs a body to express itself through. But for most people training consistently, the strength is already sitting there, untrained, underused, waiting for the right signal to switch on. Here's the entire system in one breath. Train with 2 to 5 reps at genuinely heavy loads. Crush the bar and brace your whole body on every rep. Rest 3 to 5 minutes between every set. Use pause reps, cluster sets, eccentrics, and isometrics to break through plateaus. Eat around maintenance with high protein. Pick 3 or 4 compound lifts, deadlifts, overhead press, weighted pull-ups, squats, 3 days a week. No extra accessories needed to start. Just relentless execution of the basics. Start this week with 1 heavy lift done properly. People around you will notice before you do. Here's a question worth sitting with. Which lift do you currently feel weakest on? Drop your answer below. It might reveal exactly where your training has been hiding a gap. The strength is already in you. You just haven't taught your nervous system to use it yet.